Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Awesome, Naya. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. Coming across a video of Asians, Latinos blaming Democrats over the pew. I don't understand where they are coming from, but heaven will help them because some of them are claiming that they are Christian, but I do not see any atom of Christianity in them or Christ-like in them. I think I don't know, but you see, sometimes I feel like religion needs to be eradicated because I don't know who is teaching them the things that they are learning. If you are a Christian and you are not able to identify right from wrong, you have failed yourself as a Christian. The fact that some people are trying to blame Democrats, and now I want you to know that when they said Democrat, they meant black people. This is it. You can argue with your keypad. I have said what I said. The fact that some of them are still saying that we do not see. Let me tell you something. If you do not stand for me, I cannot stand for you. I won't have to be the hero when you are no more, probably because I want to please the universe. There is nothing like pleasing the universe. It is aura for aura. And Latinos and some Asians, not until you all trace your roots back. If not, you all are gunners. But you know what? Let's get into this video.
How many more conservative voices are going to be attacked like Charlie Kirk did today? How many times we have to report to the police or the FBI the death threats we get every day? How many times we have to report all these creators on the left, they've been creating exactly what happened to Charlie Kirk. The Democrat influencers have been creating these hateful platforms to attack our voices. But they don't attack us with facts, they attack us with death threats. They doxing us and our families too, and threat us and send all their following to do exactly the same thing. As a Latino creator, you have no idea how many Latinos in this platform we have been targeting and attack only because we don't follow the left ideology. And you can accuse us to do whatever you want, but at least we never gonna hurt you or hurt your family. This is exactly what the left have become. Aggressive, dangerous, and disgusting. Please, let's go pray for Charlie Kirk.
Why are you guys crying? He said it was worth it. He said that a few deaths were worth it in order to keep the amendment. Right? He said it was worth it, so why are you guys crying? He also said that he hated empathy. So why are you guys crying and having empathy? The men hated it. Be careful what you speak into existence because life has a very funny way of showing you why you shouldn't say the things that you say. Life has a funny way of showing you just who's the fucking boss. Because you're not.
By the way, this is her account, Sacred Hearts 11. Do with that as you may. She has since taken down and removed that video. And of course, that is not what Charlie Kirk said. That is a misquote, and that is exactly what you guys are pushing. False misquotation of what Charlie Kirk said because you refuse to watch his videos to see the context after. You guys are just falling for these clickbait and rage bait videos. Now, what Charlie Kirk did say, and I quote, "I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up, new age term, and it does a lot of damage. I much prefer the word compassion, and I much prefer the word sympathy. Empathy is where you try to feel someone's pain and sorrows as if they are your own. Compassion allows for understanding." Charlie Kirk. Like, y'all are really some evil, deranged motherfuckers. I'm so sick of y'all. And here's my thing. If you stood on business, why did you delete the fucking video? Why? Because you know why? You didn't want to lose those 136,000 followers that you have. You obviously deleted it because you realized what you said was fucked up and wrong. That's okay because the internet is not having it with y'all. All of you ugly ass people are going to be exposed. And I hope that you guys lose your platforms, really. I just don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck that people are losing their jobs because y'all are some dumb assholes.
I feel like the common denominator among the people that are celebrating Charlie Kirk's death from social media is that I see all these people are typically uneducated and get all their information from social media posts and based videos on the internet, where if you did a little bit of background research, it might change their mind. And I genuinely feel bad for those people, because I feel like what the message that they're putting out is that people should die for voicing their opinions. And they'll be like, oh, but they said, that he doesn't care for kids in Palestine and kids in Gaza, when he's publicly condemned it, Like, I see stuff like that, and I just can't help but feel bad for the people that are putting out stuff that I don't think their morals stand behind. And if they do, then they're bad people, right? It's really sad to see that some people are genuinely like this. It's really disheartening seeing that it's some of my friends or some of the people that I thought were good people that are spreading the message of hate. It's hypocrisy, right? Like, how can y'all claim pro-life and then all of a sudden it's okay that someone gets murdered in front of their family? How is that pro-life? The fact that some of y'all are okay with a husband and a father of 2 small children getting killed in front of them is just truly barbaric, and it's sad to think that some of y'all think the way y'all do.
Hey, quick question for all you people posting about Charlie Kirk. Do you know who he was? Do you know what he stood for? Do you know anything about him, or is this maybe the first-ish time you're hearing about him because he was murdered yesterday? I'm not saying that anybody deserves to die at the hands of gun violence, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't feel bad for his wife and 2 kids, and I'm not saying that we should be celebrating his death, but to all of you people, especially people that identify as left-wing, liberal, Democrats, do you know who you are posting in solidarity with? Let's run through some quick facts about him, and if you still feel so inclined to post in solidarity with him and his family, so be it. Do you feel bad about his 2 children growing up without a father? Sure, that's valid. Have you seen the video of him justifying pedophilia? Why don't you go search that up on TikTok, YouTube? Then get back to me. What about the fact that he once said he was so anti-abortion that if his 10-year-old was raped, that baby would be delivered? Did you know that he was openly homophobic? Like, very intensely? He said that transgender and gender fluidity were lies used to hurt people and abuse children, and that LGBTQ efforts were to corrupt your kids. Did you know that he was incredibly anti-DEI and would frequently disparage prominent Black people as their success coming from affirmative action instead of actual merit? Did you know that at the start of the Black Lives Matter movement, he referred to George Floyd as a scumbag? Did you know that he once referred to the Civil Rights Act as a huge mistake and that it created a permanent bureaucracy to promote DEI? Did you know that he once compared Muhammad to Jeffrey Epstein? Did you know that he thought young women should focus on marriage and having children over their careers and viewed their role as being fruitful and multiplying? Did you know that he once said women should submit to their husbands? Did you know that he once said Israel starving the Palestinians in Gaza was propaganda? And in a tragic irony, did you know that he said gun deaths were an acceptable price to pay for gun ownership rights? So yeah, I don't think people should die at the hands of gun violence, which is why I believe in gun reform. And if you still feel so inclined to post about him and how bad you feel for his family, that's totally fine. I would love to see you also post about the other school shootings and acts of gun violence, one of which happened at the same fucking time that he was murdered yesterday. And I would also love to see you posting about the genocide that's happening in Gaza, because we've been watching people, especially children, get bombed, starved, and shot on social media for fucking years, and I haven't seen a majority of you post about any of it. It shouldn't take a conservative white man being shot and murdered for you to give a shit all of a sudden.
Y'all would have mourned Hitler too. The amount of Latinos and Latinas that I have seen mourning, crying for this man. I'm not surprised, right? Because there's Latinos for Trump. But I'm also very, very disappointed. There are too many people mourning a Nashi, okay? This is why we have who we have as president. This is why we have a criminal taking away our rights. The amount of people that I've seen on their stories posting about RIP, posting about my condolences, he didn't deserve this, crying. Not a single post have I ever seen of y'all talking about the people that have been unalived by ICE. Not a post have I seen of the children and the innocent people being unalived in Gaza. Now all of a sudden, y'all want to bring out your proverbs. All of a sudden, you want to force people to feel bad for a bad person. And it's crazy to me that this is about gun control, and not a single post do they post about gun control. And if they really cared about no one deserves to be shot at, then your next post should have been about the Everdeen kids that were shot by another kid in their high school. And about the, thousands of other kids that go through this every single year. Because why should a kindergartner be carrying a bulletproof backpack? I don't hear y'all talking about that. And a lot of y'all have kids. And don't talk to me about we should be united. Da, 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 da. Bro, the bro literally created this division. The bro literally said empathy is not a real word. Because if Trump kicked rocks tomorrow, you think I'm going to be crying? Talking about, oh, I need a hug, I need a day off, this is too much, this is too much. You know what's too much? The fact that I see Miss Rachel care more about the kids in Gaza than you. The fact that I have to see these kids be blown up into pieces. And you want to talk about, this is too much. Focus on gun control. Go vote, make a damn change. And don't force people to cry over their oppressor. Be so for real.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of Asian Americans, not all, but a significant amount of Asian Americans who are mourning the loss of Charlie Kirk, who are sad, upset, boohoo crying over this man who died. A man who was a literal Yahtzee, a well-known racist and a white supremacist, and y'all over here boohoo crying over a man who would have thrown us in a camp expeditiously, immediately, and would have taken us out? Listen, I'm not really shocked. I'm not really surprised that there are some Asian Americans who agree with Charlie Kirk's views and rhetoric. I'm not really surprised. Disappointed and frustrated, yes, but not surprised. And I hate sounding like a broken record. I really do. But a lot of Asian people think that they're white, think that they are up there with white people, that we're on the same tier, the same level, and we're not. Those people don't like us. People like Charlie Kirk do not like us. They do not see us as their equal. We're never going to be white. And unfortunately, there are a lot of Korean Americans who are sticking up for Charlie Kirk, being he went to South Korea. Yeah, so do a lot of white supremacists. So do a lot of Yahtzees. They go to Korea and Japan. Charlie's not the first and he's not the last. Okay? But that does not mean that they like us. That does not mean that we are seen as equals. Or that somehow we're the exception. Let's be honest here. A lot of Asian Americans who agree with Charlie Kirk and his stance on pew-pews, y'all have never used or own a pew-pew. Y'all have never used or owned one. So, okay. Listen, the death of Charlie Kirk has already started a divide. The turmoil has already started. 4 HBCUs have had to lock down because they were getting threats after the death of Charlie Kirk. Do you think that his followers are gonna look at us and be no, we're not gonna do anything to them. No, they're not. They're gonna see us as their enemy too. I just, I don't know. I couldn't believe the amount of Asian Americans that I saw yesterday mourning the loss of this man, sticking up for him and defending him.
Miggies, as of a few minutes ago, Charlie Kirk was on the left while speaking at an event in Utah. While that man gets no sympathy from me because his beliefs are absolutely harmful to so many people, I do not believe that someone should be on the left for their beliefs. But my biggest question right now is I wonder how the conservatives are going to try and flip this narrative, right? Because the very thing that they advocate against, which is Pe0p regulations, the very thing that they try and protect all of the time is the very reason why one of their people is on the left right now. Now, if there's anything that's very clear to me about this whole situation is how hateful some people have become. And this is not a left versus right issue. This is what the administration has done and continues to do. All of these social media posts, all of this rhetoric that we see online, it has a consequence. It breathes division and hatred and immobilizes someone to go so far as to unalive a person because of this hatred that has stemmed from this administration, from that unsanitized orange, that I know will try and turn this story around to fit his agenda. I just hope that most of us are smart enough to see right through it. We have advocated for years and years as children have died, teachers, veterans, you name it, and they have done absolutely nothing. So maybe this is what it takes, unfortunately, for them to actually do something about it. I won't hold my breath, but I just hope. He was just exercising his First Amendment. Funny how quick that changes when it's not something you want to hear. Got so many messages from people saying that they were going to flag this video, that they were going to report it, and look what just happened. And honestly, I'm getting so tired of TikTok. None of this shit happens to the people who create even worse videos. This was just me saying that I didn't want what happened to that man to happen to the man. He wanted what happened to that man to happen to that man. And it got reported so much that it's taken down. And when I go to repeal it, it says this. It doesn't even give me the option. And now I have my first warning on my account that I've been working so hard to grow because of the fact that people who talk about exercising their First Amendment only care when it's about things they want to hear.
Some people and ignorance are just fighting, you know, and they can't help themselves. I saw a video of a Latino. There are so many videos that I saw also, but some are made in Spanish, some are also English and Filipino, because I saw Asians speaking their language, like, you know, depends on where they come, like Filipinos, they were mixing the whatever they were saying with English and Tagalog, which also made it, like, you know, kind of hard for me to bring here, because you won't have to like go and start searching for what they are saying, but I am going to be the one interpret it. There is also one that I saw. He was hasta cuando. So for those that understand what I am saying, I mean, some Spanish people are like, they are blaming Democrats for what happened. And this video is wait, let me check the video. I wanted to bring it here, but I found out that because it was translating too, but I downloaded it and it was not translating, right? I mean, he is so angry. He is saying, how many people do Democrats have to unalive, right? Before they stop them from doing what they are doing, that they are causing so much harm to the community and all that, and making life really hard for people. Like, look at, excuse me, that they have unalive Charlie Kirk and all that, you know, the woman. Another Spanish woman, she speaks English though, but she made that video also in their language, Spanish. So she was like telling him to take that video down, that where that thing even happened wasn't even in a blue state. It was also in red state, like trying to explain to the young man, like, you know, that was screaming his lungs out. And for the woman that said that, I mean, like, really, I am sure you all know that when they call Democrats, they meant black people. For those that do not know, because I have seen people in the comment section trying to tell me, why is it that most times when they say Democrat woke, DAI, you tell them, but they did not call black people. You must really not know what is going on in this life. I am in the media. I see what is going on. So when I tell you this is what they call you as a black person, believe me, because one thing I will ever do or I will never do is to come out here and lie to you about things. I bring it the way it is and I say it the way it is. I don't have to add sugar or salt to make it sweeter, because you also know that all these things are what they call black people. The fact that Latinos, Asians are looking for a way to paint stories, I just don't understand what is wrong with them. It's just like also I am seeing videos of some people. There is one John Cannon, or what he calls himself, a black man that was tackling another black man. Like, why is it a black, like, you are not showing sympathy? And is he by force to show sympathy? Is he by force? And I am also worried about people that have seen this man's teaching, that have seen what this man stands for, and still call him a good man. I am scared of you on a very serious note. Though you see all these people saying this, that, I am so scared of you because you can harm me. I said what I said. This is me saying it. I'm not telling you so you can concur with me. If I see anybody supporting this man's teaching, everything he got to, you are not my friend. Because you are going to see me hurting or being harmed, or stay in the midst of where I am going to be hurt, and you will support it. A word is enough for the wise. We can't continue going back and forth over some certain things that you are saying by yourself too. And you want to tag me the liar. No, you are the problem. There is a skit like somebody made. He was like, somebody called, he was like, oh, I am making my prayers. And the person was like, oh, are we still going for the Pe0p range today? He said, yes, see you in a minute. With how bad you know and see that Pe0p violence is becoming bad every day, some people are still going out for their in range classes. So what do you want to, how do you want to control it? You think defending them will make them like you? Of course you cannot be liked. You think defending them will make them, if they got plans to Pe0p you where and when they would do it. So enough of you people making it look like there are people that are the problem and you guys are innocent. You are not innocent. You are not. And the fact that some people, I hate people, sorry to use that word, but I'm not sorry at the same time. The people that will use Christianity to cover up some certain religions is becoming, I don't understand. That people use it to weapon. I just don't know how to say it. Do you know what it means to really be a Christian? I know you don't have to be perfect, but you as a Christian will be able to stand on ground and say this is right and this is not right. But in a situation whereby as a Christian, you are not able to differentiate what is right from religion, what is right from what is wrong, you've missed it as a Christian. You've missed it on a very serious note. So you already need to get out of my face at this point in time and go deal with the problem you have. Bye for now.